evening, good morning, good afternoon. Hello to everyone in the chat, wherever you are in the world. I'm very blessed tonight to be joined by Ashmatic from Southview Coys. Unfortunately, you can only stay for about half hour or so, so I will read your comments out, but for now, we will crack straight on as soon as I've asked Ash how he is. How you doing, Ash?
Man, it's the motherfucking weekend. Cheers to the weekend. Happy Friday. We're here again. It's lovely. It's summer, bank holiday weekend. What more can you want? What more can I say?
Is it bank holiday weekend this weekend?
Bank holiday Monday. Yeah, bank holiday Monday is this Monday. So we have the long weekends. We really do.
I didn't even know that. God, I'm useless.
But it
Wow.
sneaks up on you. It sneaks up on you.
Yeah, it does. God, yeah, because the kids go back soon, don't they? So, yeah, that's always the best way to tell. How's things going over at Southview Coys?
Man, we've got so much on at the moment. We've got loads of shows piling up. We're not used to being so many shows, but you know the transfer window is still open. Obviously, there's games now, so we got to talk more about football. A lot's going on. So we've got post-match shows, we've got previews. It's all happening at Southview Coys. So yeah,
I've seen you quite a lot. You and Haz and Marlon actually popping up on different shows, which is nice to see.
Yeah, we're just trying to get out there, you know, show our faces, add support where we can. We're all one big team, so one big family.
Exactly.
So, yeah, where we can.
Right. Well, obviously, game day tomorrow. Obviously. Are you excited?
Always excited with this style of football, front-footed attacking. We take more risks as well. It's not like we wait to have a goal. We actually go from the start all the way to the end. This game previously has provided a lot of goals, and I expect the same. So that's the reason why I'm more than excited for this game. It's going to be an entertaining football match, I think. So, yeah, bring it on. Bring on. Come on, you Spurs.
Bring it on. It's nice to be excited to watch Tottenham for a change. It's been a while.
1,000%, man. I definitely agree with that. But I'm more interested in seeing some of our partnerships. I want to see if Maddison starts.
Yeah, that was my first question. Does Maddison start?
Cool. I'll get our answer then. Obviously, there's been murmurs that he's had training today. So they said they will use him if they need to. I personally would like to see him have a little rest because I don't like it when players are rushed back and they're not 100% and they don't give 100%, or that injury turns into something a little bit more long term because they didn't rest it. Sometimes as well, a lot of the players say that they feel fine and they're okay when really they're not 100%. You know, they're just so eager to play for the team and impress the fans that they don't look after themselves and they can end up doing themselves more damage than actual good. So I feel like we have enough players in that area to maybe rotate, even if it is Maddison on the bench, and he needs to come on and affect the game. I still feel like I would like to see maybe one or two players in that position. And also, I heard what Postecoglou said about not having a set kind of system or a set type of way because he doesn't want to be predictable. He doesn't want teams to kind of figure him out. So it'd be cool if we have a one or two surprises, you know, come Saturday, 12:30, and we see a player that we never thought could play in that position and everyone gets surprised. And then all of a sudden there's like a conundrum for the manager. Like, who do I pick now? Do you know what I mean? I would love to see a few players being mixed around. Obviously, we've heard about Lo Celso, and I know a lot of fans are a fan of him, but, you know, he's been rumored with Barcelona, you know, looking at him and a few other Spanish teams. And is he a player that's going to be happy to sit on the bench? Is he going to be happy to be number two? If not, now's his chance to kind of get his mainstay, you know, make a name for himself, impact the game, do what Maddison couldn't do on Monday, not Monday, last weekend, last Saturday against Manchester United, and get a couple of assists or even a couple of goals. So if he gets a goal or an assist now, then he's going to be pushing Maddison to perform better, which can only be good for the squad. And And
so, do you actually think he will start? I know you said you'd rather he doesn't. Do you think Ange will start him?
It's a techie one. It's a techie one. I personally think.
Go on.
I think Lo Celso will have a go. I think he'll give Lo Celso a go. He said he doesn't need to get on that plane to Spain. That was his last words he said. So I would imagine if, Maddison's had a slight knock, why not start him? So I expect Lo Celso to start ahead of Maddison on Saturday's match, just on that comment alone. So I know there's a cup game coming up as well, but I just think that Lo Celso being fit and ready, and he was showing promising signs. And also in the pre-season, I know it was a pre-season games, but every time, I don't know what it is, if we're second half FC or is it that the players were just a little bit sharper and fitter, but Lo Celso was always in that second half and he looked ready. He looked willing. He looked firing. His attitude was different. He's not one of those type of players like an Emerson where he's happy-go-lucky and smiling like high-fiving everyone. Whoop, whoop. He's not that type of energy. He's that kind of cool, kind of laid-back kind of cat, you know what I'm saying? He just brings a different vibe altogether, gets the job done. And if he can get the job done, I don't mind. I'm not mad at it. There's certain times where I saw in a game where Maddison had the ball and I thought Sonny was in. I thought Richarlison was in. And I wanted Maddison to let it go. Just give it. Just give it a through ball. And he kind of held on to it for maybe half a second too long, which made Son go offside. And then he didn't play it. And then he had to play another pass. I just want to see maybe GLC come in and then maybe hit the through ball, because he's quite good at doing those kind of disguised passes, those kind of diagonal balls, kind of from left to right. And I just want to see him just be in that game and just ask, give us a different element, give us something else. And also maybe Bournemouth have been preparing for Maddison. Who knows? He might be been preparing for Maddison. And then all of a sudden, Loso's on. I call him Loso. Loso comes on and he's just doing different bits and bobs, So yeah, I say bring him. I looked at him at Barcelona. I said, yeah, this is a player we could definitely use and see. He scored a goal as well against Barca. So yeah.
I actually think he'd take a risk and start Maddison. I really do. I think he knows how integral he is to the team. I don't mind either way. Obviously, Maddison is sort of settled and looks brilliant so far, but I don't want any players to have a risk on. We've got a lot of games. Well, a lot of games. We've got a cup game coming out. We've got the league. Don't want anyone getting injured. But I've just got a feeling they're starting. But I suppose we'll find out in the morning.
You know what? You might be right, because just to add to that, he is the vice captain, so it's harder to drop those kind of influential voices in the dressing room. Right? Apparently he's made a massive impact inside the actual team, and he's like a loud voice, speaks a lot, and people have been really shocked and surprised by him. So I wouldn't be surprised if Maddison does actually start and if he is integral to that team, because at the same time, I want to see a few players come in and mix things up. But the other side of the argument is you want kind of cohesion. And the way Maddison linked up with Basuma, even in the first game, some might argue that Maddison was the better player in the first game. Some people were saying Maddison for man of the match. So if he continues on this type of vein of form, I'm not mad at it. Like, if he starts, as a fan, you want to see your best player start. And Maddison, he's one of our best players. So yeah.
Well, going off Bournemouth just a sec, Jim's got a question for you. He said, does Ash think there's incomings, and how many and who will come in your opinion? Wow.
So there's been a bit of movement on outgoings, because I personally think it all depends on who goes out, who comes in. I love the fact that our assistant managers in the stands looking over the actual game, feeding to Ange exactly what's happening. And therefore he can see what it is, what we need, because he's actually sitting with the scout, the analytical data analyst as well. And they're saying, look, this is what I need. Feed this into your computer, talking to the scout throughout the game and say, look, this is the profile we need to this is what we're missing. So I envisioned, and Ange actually said that he's looking for a winger as a priority. as opposed to maybe a forward. Now, I would prefer both, if I'm being honest. I would
Yeah.
like a forward and I would like a winger, and I definitely want a centre back just to give an option where push Romero or even push Van der Ven. I don't want any player in this team being comfortable or just being a regular 11. I really do believe in rotations. I do believe at the same time in partnerships. Partnerships help to keep the team ticking over, where you know where your player's going to be and you know his characteristics, you know what he's good at, what he's not so good at, you know where to be, when to step in, when to step off, because you're forming that relationship. You know that a player likes it on his left foot, so you're able to sting it at his left foot. He can take a touch, he can look around, or you know he might not be good at looking around so much, so you might need to talk to him, or you might have a player that's real verbal. Do you know what I mean? There's different characteristics and different mishmashes. So I'm a big fan, but I think a centre back, 1,000%. So at least two. I honestly believe they've been talking. Adrian Schrocker. They have been talking a lot about Brennan Johnson, haven't they? So Brennan Johnson is a real possibility because I feel that they're looking for that British or homegrown quota. Because the reason why, look, Alfie Devine's gone out. Yeah, he's gone out today, hasn't he? Ned Spence is rumored to be going towards that, maybe a Leeds.
Yeah.
You've got Alfie Devine, so that's a Parrot and Alfie Devine. So that's 3 players, all homegrown. Do you know what I mean? And obviously Payne's left, and he was a homegrown player. Eric Dyer has even been linked with Fulham at the moment, with a possible swap deal for Tosin. I see Adrian talking about Tosin there. So there's quite a few homegrown players. I know Eric Dyer's not listed as a homegrown player, but you get what I'm saying. You get my point. In my eyes, that's the reason why they're probably looking for another homegrown, because you need a minimum of 8 homegrown players. And if you've got 3 to 4 homegrown players leaving, and I can't remember how much homegrowns we've actually got in our team, but basically we've got a few under 21s, and then we've got about, I think it's 11 homegrown, 11 to 13 homegrown quota players. But if we've got 11, let's call it 11. If 3 of those 11 go out, then all of a sudden, we might be in trouble. So that's the reason why I think Brennan Johnson is favourite to kind of like sign, if that makes sense. And then also, Brennan Johnson, he covers 2 or 3 positions in the wing and up front. But how I look at it is, do you really want to spend half that money of the Kane money to a Brennan Johnson? I think that's where fans are a bit iffy about Brennan Johnson. I know he's young, but it's the actual cost. But if that could be supplemented with another player, I don't know, like maybe a Sanchez going the other way and knocking off 10 million, all of a sudden that 40 million doesn't sound too crazy. 30 million for Brennan Johnson sounds like good business. So
I mean, I'm not very confident when it comes to Brennan Johnson. I don't think his stats are particularly good. He's never done anything that's made me think, oh, I'd like him at Spurs. I don't know what you think, but I mean, 50 million for him just seems a hell of a lot of money.
You know what it is with Brennan Johnson? It's just that he's not clinical in that final third when he's inside the box. Everything else, he's fine. I'm fine with him. He can beat players, can go on the outside, the inside. I've seen on the left channel, the right channel, centrally. I've seen him attacking on the last shoulder, that transition. I know that Nottingham Forest, they're quite defensive. They're not like us, a front-footed team. So he might get a whole load of more chances in the Spurs team. Who knows? I do like the fact that we're looking for someone to push Kulusevski. The thing with Brennan Johnson for me is that he's got more goals than Kulu. Now Kulu wasn't exceptional last season, but I think he's got something like 7 to 9 goals for Forest. So in a struggling Forest team, it's not bad, even though statistically he looks absolutely woeful. And if we are going by data analytics, doesn't really make sense. But before I knew all the data analytics, I actually did look at Brennan Johnson quite a lot. And I looked at the other player, I forget his name, I can't remember, it's gone out my head. Gibbs. Morgan Gibbs White.
Yeah.
I really liked him, and they had a goal against Leicester, which I thought was phenomenal. Bearing in mind it is Johnson's first season, for me, I was always looking out for him because I know what he did in the Championship. He got twice as many goals in the Championship, twice as many assists. So he got something like 15 to 70 goals and 10 assists in the Championship. So like 27 goal contribution, which is crazy. But in this Premier League, his first season, he hasn't done the same damage. But I look at Ivan Toney, what he did in the Championship, and then his first season, it was like similar. He didn't score a lot of goals in his first season in the Prem, but then the following season exploded. The same with Eze. Championship amazing. Even the first season wasn't so great. Second season exploded. So maybe Spurs are taking that gamble and hoping the same with Brennan Johnson. But going back to the goal I saw, and I was preeing Brennan Johnson hard because I was like, this kid, there's something about him. This Welsh kid, he's got something about him. And he did a goal against Leicester. It was him and Gibbs White. Actually, Gibbs White scored it, but it just started off from a corner. And those two just did 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, all the way up the pitch and scored an amazing goal. But and that's before we were linked with him. I was like, oh, he's a bright spark. And I was even worried about him when we played him. So I was looking at him then, but against us, he didn't do much. So I was like, But yeah, I get everyone's kind of nervousness about him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like I look at him, I look at Eze, and I think, oh my God, Eze is amazing. But then Eze is going to cost probably 80, 100 million, I don't know, 70 mil, whatever, which is something we're probably not going to pay. But yeah, we just have to see. I still can't see Brennan Johnson happening, but I'll probably be completely wrong.
But you know what it is? It all depends on what approach we do really go for. If we go for the data and analytics, we go the Brighton way, we have to be patient because some of them are going to work and some of them aren't. And we can't spit our dummies out and be like, why can't we do what Brighton are doing? Why can't we do what Brentford are doing? And get these players in when they're nobodies instead of going for the Man United or the Chelsea way, where we're spending massive on the transfer and then we're having to have big wages and then it flops and then we can't get them out because the wages are super high, as opposed to getting someone that's got good attributes, they're quite young, they've got a high ceiling and we can build them up. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. What we need in that position. So for example, on the winger, Kulu likes to drift in and cut inside on his left, which some teams have figured out now and they think is quite predictable. Whereas if you've got a player that likes to go on the outside and we can bring him on in the last 10, 15 minutes, he's got a high amount of energy, that can also be a goal threat. Then all of a sudden, like, you're thinking, hey, hang on, let's bring that type of player in. But I'm with the fans, like Brennan Johnson. If we can get someone better, you know, like as a fan, you want the creme de la creme.
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah. Going back to the Bournemouth game, sorry. Who starts tomorrow, Porro or Royale?
All right, this is a controversial one because I think Porro defended excellently and I didn't expect it. He surprised me defensively and he's quite a short fella. So I was expecting balls over the top of him, which did happen, but it was at the diagonal angle. So they were pinging balls diagonal. Nana was doing balls diagonal from deep as well. And they were quite direct at times. And I felt that he struggled at times in the first 10 to 15 minutes. When we tried to play out from the back, his back was to goal. And instead of doing, I call it a bounce pass. A bounce pass is when you just pass it back where it came from, or you take a first time pass to like maybe a centre back, your centre back partner, or a full back or a midfielder. So a bounce pass, you just literally, it's a quick and safe pass. He would take a touch, and I think they knew that he takes a couple touches, and they pounced on him, and I think that's the reason why we couldn't get out. So for the first 30 minutes, United were peppering us. Yeah. So I saw that, and as much as Emerson Royale is not as good as Porro as a footballer in terms of in that final third, crossing balls in, shooting, taking a man on, dribbling on the outside, which I was talking about, running on the outside, overlapping the run, and just having that quality, that overall quality that you want from maybe a fullback or a wing back or even a midfielder, because Porro played in midfield for us last season under Mason. In the 4-3-4 we played 4-4-2 actually it was. He played on the right. With Emerson in the build-up phase, I feel like he keeps it really simple because he knows that he hasn't got that. He's not that type of style footballer. Not to say he hasn't got the techers. Do you know what I mean? Because he might argue he has, because he's been working hard on it. But I think in possession, he helps us progress up the pitch a little bit easier. And I saw that with Brentford. When Emerson Royal was asked to become another defensive midfielder alongside Basuma, I felt he did that quite well. However, when it came to coming out a bit quicker to the right back position, he kept getting done because Rico Henry, that first touch, he beat him and he was always chasing his shadows. He was always chasing dust. So if he can work on that, I personally think Emerson Royal would start, because what happened to Trent Alexander-Arnold against Bournemouth, they targeted him. He went quite central quite early, and Van Dijk always looked for him. So it went from Alisson to Van Dijk. Van Dijk did a pass and he tried to sting it into him. Trent was playing the six, the midfielder role, and that's when they targeted Trent Alexander-Arnold and he lost the ball. And it happened the first time. First time was offside. Second time it ended up in the back of the net. So I think if you put Porro there, then that could happen again. But if he starts, it doesn't. I wouldn't be mad, because what we did quite well was, instead of being super central, we started to get our fullbacks a little bit wider and a little bit higher, and that created distances for their midfield and their attack, and they couldn't really shut us down in that high press. So there's options there. So, but yeah, I think Royal would probably start.
Yeah, me too.
Because he started the away game before. So,
yeah. I think so too. Although, like you, when I saw Porro's name, I was like, "Oh my god!" But he really surprised me. I thought he did so well against United. He kind of grew into the game, but then I think the whole team grew into the game as we went on. Right. Seemed to get more confident, and just after half time, I think we just took the game to them, and it just dominated the whole of the second half, really. Oh yeah, love watching your watch along. Yeah, that was brilliant. That was on We Are Tottenham TV, right?
Yeah.
That was very funny. I love watching it watching people when we score. It absolutely creases me out watching the reactions. It's brilliant.
You can't control the passion. The energy is crazy. Right. It just overtakes you. You become a real fan, and you just can't script it. It just goes crazy. If I had,
that's why I want to do watch along, because I go crazy mad.
Listen, I almost flipped the table over and took my shirt off and started swinging it. That's how crazy I was getting. If I was like a news presenter, all the papers would have been everywhere.
It's right, you can't control it. Yeah, that's it. I was flicking through watching it, and then at the end, a video was released of fan reactions, and you was on it, and Dave Irish Hotspur, and it had me and Jim were in stitches. It was so funny. But I love the watch-alongs. I think they're brilliant.
Yeah. Fun.
Good fun, yeah.
When you win.
Score.
When you win.
Yeah, if we win, oh my god, yeah. Score predictions for tomorrow. What's your fancy?
I'm going for 3-1. I think, you know what? You know what's funny? Like, as much as they're going to be pressing us and they're going to be quite aggressive in their high press, and they're going to go direct at times and try to pin us in, I think because we've got a man like Basuma.
The god.
Hey, listen, I think that's the difference between us and Liverpool. We've got that kind of quality in the middle, that kind of, when you give him the ball, he doesn't lose it. He does not lose it. So he's one player that you could just give it to, and he's going to be able to progress us up the pitch. At the same time, I'm thinking, what could be a problem? There's no real problem, to be fair. I just feel we're going to go for it.
Yeah, I mean, I think they will. go at us. But this is where
Yeah.
Sonny might actually come good on the counter attack. Maybe
Yeah, he needs to score. He needs to score.
Yeah, he does. I'm not holding out any hope that Richarlison will score, but Sonny, sorry, I'm clinging on to the hope he'll score soon. Boost his confidence.
Never been successful, so give me 2 seconds. I've got to make a move. Hold on.
That's all right. No worries. I've got some stats here, as you do. Bournemouth have won 2 of their 12 league matches against Tottenham, drawing 2 and losing 8. It says here, Son Heung-min has registered 5 goals and 2 assists in his previous 6 games against Bournemouth, including a brace in March 2018.
Wow.
So it could be Sonny's day, hopefully.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The front 3 haven't banged, they haven't assisted a goal. So I think it's that time where they're due a goal. They're due something. Like, I don't think 3 games without a goal, I think that's almost criminal. So I just think it's that time. I think they will come good. So that's why I think Sonny, captain as well. And then I don't know. I think one of our fullbacks might help out, might score a goal.
Doggy or someone like that.
Yeah, I think he might have a goal. You know what I mean?
I didn't realise Richarlison's only 1 away from hitting 50 Premier League goals. That's probably why he hasn't scored. Because they take ages, don't they? They get to a milestone right before, and then it seems to take ages, unless you're Harry Kane, to cross over it.
Also, our strikers don't normally score in August, so
That's true. Roll on next month. Yeah, I forgot that. Oh my god.
But I got to shoot, man. I want to stay longer.
It's brilliant. I got in everything I wanted to talk to you about, so we did it good in half an hour. So I really appreciate you coming on.
No worries, man. I appreciate you inviting me on, and
I'm
gonna get you on real soon, man.
Excellent.
It'd be fantastic. I've got an idea for you, so watch this space.
Oh, I don't know if I like that or not.
You're gonna love it. You'll love it.
If you haven't already, head over to Southview Coys. Why is that not there? I'll put your link up at the end, Ash, so that people can come over and subscribe. But thank you so much for coming on. I do really appreciate it.
Every time. Thanks very much.
Yeah. Have a good evening.
Come on, you Spurs, man. Yeah,
come on, you Spurs. See you soon.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Right. Hello, everyone. Sorry, I had to just get Ash's interview done quick because I knew he had to run. He's got to work. So, good evening, everybody in chat. I pulled up your relevant messages as and when I could. Big up David Calvino in the house. Big up Zachary. Sorry if I'm butchering your name. Big up Jim. Big up Rooty2. Yeah, wouldn't it be great to see Sar score another goal? Big up Drula. Reggie's deal collapses because of Tierney. Big up Adrian. We're going top of the league. We are top of the league. We are top of the league tomorrow. Big up Ian. I can remember celebrating a Darlington FC goal back in the day. I was drunk, slipped on the terrace and split my head open. Had to have 3 stitches. Ouch! That's not good. Angie's press conference was good today. Oh no, I've got hiccups. It was Zach, and yes, I shall call you Zach. That's much easier, thank you. Statsmatic is excellent. He's a don. I just love having Ash on. And when he said, "Well, I can come on, but only for half hour," I was like, "Yeah, that's fine." Just like talking to the guy. He's so knowledgeable. I really enjoy his company. Mick Dundee, big up. Spurs 4-0. Spurs will batter someone early. It's what my husband's been saying. It may be the likes of Bournemouth in Ange we trust. Come on, you Spurs. Sorry, I'm just going back to make sure that I say hello to everyone. Big up Captain Grandma. It was a good point about Trent Alexander-Arnold being targeted. Big up Daniel E. Phil, without Porro down the right, we have no attacking threat. Yeah, I completely get this comment as well as you, but I do actually think he'll start Emerson. Big ups to Jacobs over in Texas land. Hope you're well, my love. Who else? Bed Edwards. Big up. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in tonight. Have I missed anyone? Rooty2 have done. Daniel, Ian Barron, Ben Kaufman. 16 days till Eeyore is. You're being very premature, Ben. We could sign a worldie by then. She says, knowing full well that is not going to happen. And that's everyone that's spoken, I believe. So big up to everyone. It was all a very last minute stream. I haven't done a stream for a couple of days because it's been very hectic where I am. So I thought I'd just jump on tonight and do a pre-match. Big up, Daniel. Good to see you. Jim, where are you from in Malta? I've got a good friend from Rabat. Hit the bar. Nice to see you. Just in from long day at work. Any news? The news is there is no news, except I think Jed Spencer, it's like he could be going to Leeds. Troy Parrott's going on loan. Alfie Devine's going on loan. Apart from that, there's not a lot happening. Yeehaw, Jacob. Hope you're well, my love. What are you doing? Are you streaming later? Zach says, listening to Ange this afternoon, I'm feeling more confident it will get rid of some of the deadwood, i.e. Dyer. I can see this deal with Fulham happening. You can see it happening. Oh, my God. I really hope you're right. I'm not sure I agree. Sorry, I'm just thanking Ash for taking the time to come on. Big up, Jacob. I can't do it. I lose my breath. Yeah. Big up, Eltel Cockerell. Always nice to see you in my chat, my love. I hope you're well and everything's good with you. Yeah, so is everyone looking forward to the Bournemouth game tomorrow? I hate 12:30 kickoffs. They are not notoriously good for us. And when we lose at 12:30 game, it ruins our weekend always. So let's hope that we don't lose. Ange gave me the impression he's told some of them you need to leave. Yep, I do hope so. Big up Katie. Big up Eltel. Kate, I'm going to try to do a pop-up calling like usual for Friday, fighting my wife's morning sickness at the moment. Jacob, is your wife pregnant? Why did I not know this? For God's sake, man. Congratulations. Oh, my God. Babies. I bloody love babies. Oh, my God. I'm so happy for you. I wish this was champagne so I could go, but it's water, but I'm going to go and drink it anyway. Oh, my God, Jacob. I'm so happy for you. Congratulations to you and Zoe. That's amazing news. Oh, my God. I've got a warm, fuzzy feeling in my heart. We will win with a clean sheet. Let's hope so, Jose. Big up. Yeah, this is my Jacob accent. Big ups, y'all. Good to see y'all here. Howdy, cowboy. Congrats, Jacob, to you and your family. I'm probably the last one to know. I never find out any gossip. I'm just useless. Hopefully, a good win tomorrow, maybe a rich goal. I hope so. I hope more than anything Sonny scores. He needs a goal. And like we said, they're going to high press. It may be perfect for Sonny to do a counter attack, you know. Let's hope so. Sonny needs a goal. Richie needs a goal. Yeah, I think what's that? Kate's Texan accent is hilarious. Well, howdy, cowboy. What's going on around here then? I just put my horse out to front. Out to front. That was like a Yorkshire, Texas. Out to front. Yeah. I always think of myself as Sandy from SpongeBob. Jacob, how comes you never, ever told me? I'm disappointed in you. Well, I should be one of the people you do mention it to. But absolutely amazing news. I'm so happy for you. When is she due? That's such good news. So nice to have some good news for a change as well. Wow. So much doom and gloom. John Curtin's in the house. Clean sheet is very optimistic. Well, I'm saying 1-3. I think Bournemouth will score. But, you know, we'll see. That's been a while since I've done an accent. That was pretty darn good, I thought. I should have been a cowboy or cowgirl. Oh, my God. I'd have been such a good cowgirl. I can ride horses. I only found out a week ago. Oh, all right, I'll let you off then. It's not been easy for her so far. I'm more excited than she is for sure. Bless her. I think Bournemouth will defend like Brentford, try and get us on the break, quite possibly. Due in April. Oh, it's just the best news. Oh, so she's quite early. But I'm so happy for you. But morning sickness is just the worst thing in the world. I had it terrible with William. But once they're born, it's all worth it in the end. Oh my God, Kate, the Texas accent was fantastic with a touch of Yorkshire. Yeah, howdy, cowboy. And what's going on around here? I would be a good cowgirl. There's no doubt about it. I think maybe I was in a past life. It'll be interesting to see how the so-called smaller teams line up against us. Brentford were happy to play on the break at home. Yep, that's very true. I really hope that we don't lose because I really am enjoying this positive vibe around the Tottenham fan base at the moment. I don't want it to go anywhere. I want to stay positive forever. It's much nicer. You said I can't name the baby's Latin. She said, or Zlatania. That's just rude. You got to put your foot down with a firm hand, Jacob, and say, now listen here, madam. I'm going to name my baby whatever I want to name my baby, and my baby going to be called Zlatan or what is it? Latania. And if you don't like it, you get on your horse and you ride out of town. Oh, my God. Oh, I want to be a Texan. 1-1 draw. Am I on USU? You joker. I do good American accents. I have Jim in hysterics because I do quite a lot of American accents. Just to make you all aware, tomorrow night at 9 p.m. That's 9 p.m. Is that right? Hang on. That's it, 9 p.m. I wasn't sure if that's right then. I am doing a show. Funnily enough, it's not about football, though. If we win, I'm sure it will be mentioned, called Saturday Night at the Movies. And it is me, special guest Ben Kaufman, Bobby Kay, Kuva, and Haz from Southview Coys. And it is all movies, movie quizzes, just movie chat, favourite movies. Yeah, it's going to just be a real chilled, fun stream. If you like your films, come on in and join us. It'll be just a laugh. It's 9 o'clock tomorrow night with great guests, so it should be a cracker. If we can get a good away win, I think teams will start taking us seriously. I don't think anyone's going to take us seriously at all, and I love that. They never really took us seriously under Poch. We were always kind of disregarded, and I like that. Let everyone write us off, and then if we surprise them, it's just amazing. Baby's Latin has a ring to it. I love that. Sounds like a warrior. I'm with her too, Jim. Wow, you guys are mean. Harry's son. Yeah, Harrison. I like that. Jacob, no, my friend, listen to your wife, please. You never listen to your wife, Jim, so don't you start chirping up. You mentioned Yorkshire, Kate. Yes, it's Kate with a K. Is that where you live? No, I live in Lincolnshire, but we went up to Yorkshire for my 40th to Hayworth and up to the moors, and oh, what a place. My favourite place I've ever been in this country. Just magnificently beautiful. Hayworth is just magnificent, and I like the way they talk. Hello. And we said to him, how'd you get somewhere? He was like, go down to road, turn right to hill, and go over to road. I just love it. Yorkshire's just fabulous. We love it there. If we didn't have so many fabulous friends and family in Lincolnshire now, we would probably move to Yorkshire. In fact, we would move to Yorkshire, but we've got too many good friends in Lincolnshire to move. Jacob, why not go with Ange for a boy and Angela for a girl? Love it. Yorcestershire and Doncastershire are my favourite. Yeah, Jacob thinks because he's in Texas, he thinks we all live in Lord of the Rings world, and Berkshire is actually Berkshire and Gloucestershire. We all live in shires and we're all hobbits, according to Jacob. Betty's tea room. That sounds fabulous. Jacob, have you considered Eric? I thought that said Enoch then. Oh my God. Jacob, before William was born, he was always, no, he wasn't going to be Jacob. Oh my God, Jim. He was going to be Joshua. I've got a card that says love from Daddy, love from Jim and Joshua. It was Joshua. It wasn't Jacob. I don't know where you've got that from. Honestly, he makes it up as he goes along. Hit the bar. May go with Ange. Yeah, that's the Texan twinge. Twang. Ange Postecoglou. See you later, Zach. Off to play footy wear my brand new away top from last season. The one I'm wearing. Yes, come on. The one Jacob's got as well. Bit of bugger to get hold of one. Have a good show. Come on, you Spurs. Thank you, Zach. Thanks for coming in. Always a pleasure to see you. I always think of the child when naming he or she has to go through school or life with it, if you get what I mean. Yeah, of course they do. And some names are just awful. Over my dead body. Well, oh, Eric Dyer. I didn't even click. Big ups, buddy. Good luck. Yeah, Eric is not a good name. Oh, yeah, okay. I got confused. It was a long time ago. Yeah, it was Joshua, darling. There was never any mention of Jacob. You're just trying to get in Jacob's good books by saying we were going to name our son Jacob. But we weren't Jacob. We was going to name him Joshua. But then he got changed to William because that's Jim. And my granddad wanted William. And it just stuck. And it suits him. He is a William, a Wills. Suits him to a T. Trying to adopt a bit of Jacob in my life today and going with that. I'm too blessed to be stressed, but it's not happening. I'm stressed to the max. Excuse me. Yeah, you got that bit right. It started with a J. Oh, that's nice. Joshua and Jacob. That's lovely. I like that. If I had another boy, I always wanted to call him Elijah. Like calling your son Soul. Jacob would call him Sonny, I reckon, if he had a boy. Sonny Sonson, because he loves him so much. You can't say anything about Sonny to Jacob because he gets cross and shouts at you. Because I went on his show and he shouted. And I was scared. So if you do a pop-up show tonight, Jacob, I don't think I can come on because I was so scared last week. Just got bought tickets for the Sheffield United game by my daughter. Ah, that's nice. Hit the bar. What a good daughter you've got. Is she going with you, or has she just bought you tickets to go with someone else, or are you going on your own? Sonny Romero Wallraven. That is one hell of a wicked name. Sonny Romero. That sounds like he should be in the mafia. How about Reed? That's an anagram of Dyer. Eric Dyer Wallraven. I actually had two friends that I used to go to Tottenham with, and one was called Glenn Hoddle Jones, and his brother was called hang on, Glenn Hoddle Jones, and oh my god, it's gone. It will come to me, but Glenn Hoddle Jones was one, and the other one was, I think it was Steve Perriman Jones. I need to check. Good evening, Chris. Good to see you. Hope you're well. Glenn Hoddle Jones. Anyway, but they had brilliant names. Yeah, meeting her and her boyfriend there. We've got to travel down from South Wales. Wow, down in the valleys, Boyle. Well, I hope you have a safe journey, and it's a very enjoyable match. And we smashed the granny out of Sheffield United. Come on. Erica, if it's a girl. Who's that? Batsy Chelsea. Just a girl that loves Spurs, you poor thing, starved of success. Why don't you get on a proper club like Chelsea? Because I don't like Chelsea. Starved of success, yeah. But you know what? You kind of get used to it. You kind of get a little bit used to it. Steve Perriman Jones, yeah. Oh, I was right. Yeah, Steve Perriman Jones. Yeah, that's never going to happen. I've been a Tottenham fan since I was about 5 or 6. So I've lasted 40 years. And I think I'll last another 40 if they don't kill me before then. Always like the name Cheddar Dairy the Third. I thought you were going to say Cheddar Bob then out of 8 Mile. Jacob, choose Kane for a boy and Kate for a girl. Kate's a good name. All the people I know called Kate are fabulous. Oh, that's my name. Yeah, it was Steve Perman Jones. Congrats, by the way, Jacob. Life changer for sure. Absolutely. Hey, Kate, my sister from another mister. Well, I thought that, Ellie, until you told me I was a waste of space earlier. I'm still hurting. It was like a knife through my black heart. what you said there. Can't believe those come out of your mouth. Jay Ashraf, hi Kate, who do you think is more chunkier, Ndombele or Mido? Oh my God, we was talking about this in bed the other day, me and my husband. This is what we talk about in bed. Oh my God, what does that say about us? I still think Ndombele. Yeah, I think Ndombele. We was there for Mido's or Mido. We were talking about his debut because we was there and he scored twice and then he didn't score for I don't know how long, but I liked him. I'm well, Kate. Was listening to Mike Dean's podcast about the hair pull, which he didn't call when on VAR when we played Chelsea, that he didn't tell Anthony Taylor to go to monitor. I know he said something about he'd already had a hard game or something. Very peculiar. What is going on with these refs? They're just awful. Spurs fans hate Arsenal for being Arsenal and hate Chelsea because we're human. Exactly, Adrian. Ndombele is quite lovely pillow talk. Yeah, you know, Jim knows how to do it for me. Although I think it was me that actually bought up Mido or Mido. I am eating, what do you think I'm eating? Sweets. I've got cola bottles and jelly snakes, false teeth, and jelly strawberries. I'm always eating sweets. I haven't even had dinner yet. I'm just eating these. These will probably end up being dinner. Over the only the last 2 decades before that, Chelsea was starved of success. Exactly. Mido, top player. Yeah, I liked him, David Clark. Good to see you. I thought he was quite attractive as well. Yes, we will be cheering on the mighty Luton tonight. Come on, Luton. I hope Luton fans are singing "You're Getting Sacked in the Morning" to Poch by the end of the game. That would be amazing. Did you not go to the dentist today? Yes, I did. But it doesn't mean I'm not going to stop eating sweets. I'm sorry, but that's just how I roll. I don't care. I'm footloose and fancy free. I'm just do as I please. To be honest, Kate, he did say he wasn't confident using VAR, so requested not to be put on VAR again, as wasn't. Yeah, that's true. That is true, but it still is quite worrying. They were saying, I'm actually going to put some of these sweets away because I've just remembered I've not had dinner. And I'll end up just making myself feel sick. I was hearing today that Wimbledon's getting VAR? Oh my God. What's the chat's favourite sweets? I like fruit salads and cola. Oh my God, cola cubes are amazing. You know what I loved, but I can't eat them because they just are terrible for your teeth and just crack them. Sweet peanuts. They used to be my favourite. Kate the Maverick sweet eater. That's me. Also, guys, when I hit 500 subs, I'm actually 69. Oh, what funny. My favourite number. 69 subscribers away. When I hit 500, my husband James, or Jim, has agreed to come on the stream and we're going to do a no holds barred Ask Us Anything show together, which I have no doubt will be hilarious and may even end in divorce. But you know what? Got to celebrate getting to 500 subs somehow. So if it ends in divorce, well, at least I won't ever forget it. Gummy worms or Welch's fruit snacks. Never heard of them. Welch's fruit, they sound disgusting. Pear drops, oh no, I don't like them. I'm addicted to sports mix. I don't know what they are. I see we've put Divine and Parrot on loan, Port Vale and Excelsior Amsterdam. How is that going to prove anything? Not only that, then they never play for us. They're not good enough. And we're not getting rid of them. We're just putting them on loan. It's like, what's the word? It's just avoiding the issue. Oh, it's so frustrating. In a year's time, we'll be back in the same position. Yes, you've got to wear a top, Jim. You have to wear a top. No one wants to see your boobs on YouTube. You can wear a Tottenham top, but you've got to wear a top. And bottoms, please, even though it'll only be me that sees it. Our house got finished today. I don't know if you can see this photo of our new staircase. Oh, my God, she's done the best job. So I know you wanted to see photos, Druna. Where is it? I just wanted to show you the stairs because they look frigging amazing. I do make myself laugh. I sent Jem a Jem? Who's Jem? Jim a picture of a beautiful diamond ring that I found. Not that I was hinting, but I don't know if you can see that. Our new stairs. She's painted them in like a real black, gorgeous black colour. It's the top. Ignore the boxes. That's William's bed that we've not built up yet. See the stairs. Oh my God, they look so nice. They look so nice. I can't even tell you. I was walking down the stairs and I wanted to go, it's up to you, New York, New York. And that's William's signed David Beckham shirt hanging up there. I don't know if you guys can see that. He won a shirt signed by David Beckham. It's got 2 William best wishes from David Beckham on it. But anyway, lemon sherbets. Don't like them either. No one wants our Deadwood. No, I know. It's shocking. When's the housewarming? Well, we have been there 7 years. It's just we've been away from there at my mum's. So, but I mean, if I could, I'd have a party. Does no holds barred? Yeah, it includes everything. It's no holds barred. It can be whatever you like. I don't mind Jim. Only at weekends, though. I was kidding. You are the lady that I love watching, and you set the pace in any space. Oh, Ellie, I love you. My co-host on a Wednesday. Jim, want to come paint the hallway in my flat? Jim didn't do it. I used to be the decorator, but because I've got fibromyalgia, so I can't do it. So we had a decorator come in and do it all. Jim wouldn't do it. Jesus. Jim, you wear what you like. Birthday suit is fine with the rest of us. It's not fine with me as the host. I'm sorry, Jim. If you come wearing your birthday suit, I will have to switch your camera off. Black currant eclairs. Ugh. There's some disgusting sweets coming out tonight. Yeah, you guys stick together. Cheers, mate. We're not having your bare chest on show. Love black. My living room walls are zebra black, so it's all about the lighting. Yeah, we've gone for a very neutral paint colour scheme, but all different kind of greys. But some have got a tinge of like a grey, a bluey grey. Some have got a pinky grey. And we've got a lovely grey sofa, corner sofa. I'm going to have blush pink cushions on it, blush pink accessories. Grey blinds are being fitted on the 5th of September. So it's going to look the biz when it's finished. I'd love to live with you, Kate Sweets. Galore, I'll be in heaven. Yeah, there's always sweets, always. Sugar heaven, always. Not sure what I've stumbled into, but Spence to Lee's, yeah, apparently, which surprises me. And this is what I mean. I think if we were actually going to go in for Brennan Johnson, Nottingham Forest were interested in having Jed back, and I would have thought that'd have been part of the deal. So this Leeds thing has kind of come out of nowhere for me. Your 6-pack, bloody hell, where's that in the fridge? Good afternoon, Kate, and everyone in the chat. It's Bobby K. It's Bobby K. Bobby K is one of my special guests tomorrow night on Movie Madness. Bobby, Coover, Ben, and Haz, and maybe Rez. I'm not sure. I'm munching on a box of chocolate cornflake clusters. Oh, good call. Gorgeous. Yeah, beautiful, neutral, but oh, just lush. Jim should have bought a 12-pack. Works out cheaper. Did Jim have any say? Yeah. We chose the colour scheme together, and he just said, I said, I need to accessorise. And I was kind of like, shall I go blush pink? Shall I go mustard? Shall I go blue? And he was like, just do what you want. So I asked my friend Gemma, who decorates for us, and she said blush pink. So that's what I went with. Divine to Port Vale. No, he needed a championship top challenger. Yeah, that's what I said. He'll never play for us. He won't cut the mustard. You guarantee it. Oh, excuse me. I'll actually be really disappointed if we sign Brennan Johnson. Really disappointed. Dyer's going to Forest, hopefully Epping Forest, where he might get lost. Yeah. Or Sherwood Forest, where he might get shot by Robin Hood. But yeah, so well. Oh, yes, you did. I did tell you it was going to be grey, and you said okay. You could have said no. And then I said she wants like the stairs black and the front door black, and you was like, yeah, that's okay. Then I ordered the lampshades that match, and then I said I was going to do pink, and you went, okay. So you had a say, you just didn't put up an argument, which was probably wise. Dyer's apparently going to Fulham Park Tosin. Yeah, what worries me about that deal is that Tosin does not want to come to us. So, oh no, I've started something. Drula, he just knows I've got the eye for detail. That's all it is. I know better than to say no. Exactly. Exactly. He knows that if I pick it, it will look lush and it is going to look fabulous. It looks fabulous already. And my son has got a very good eye. He was the one who, I said, what do you reckon? Blush, pink, mustard? And he went, no, I think pink will look nice. And I've got pink bin and everything. Oh, I'm so excited. Yeah, Tosin has already turned us down once, so I'm not sure how he's going to feel about coming to us. So I'm not too sure about that. Nana Hotspur in the house. Good evening. Hope you're well, my love. Don't want to know that for dare not say no. Yeah. Sounds more like a feminist battleship with those colours. It's going to look lovely. It's okay. I've had 23 years of just saying okay, darling. Honestly, he talks so much flannel. How's your mum, Kate? Yeah, she was due to have a biopsy today, but they couldn't do it because she's so skinny. So I've got to call as soon as I finish here and find out what the plan of action is. So she's all right. She's just fed up. She's been in hospital nearly 2 weeks now, and she was only expecting to be in there like a couple of days. So yeah, she's just a bit fed up. But thank you for asking, my love. Oh God, I've got hiccups. Yeah, so that's it really. Add a bit of rubbish news today because William passed his English. He got what the equivalent of an A star and 2 Bs. He had English speaking, learning, speaking, listening, communicating. He got A star, got perfect score. Then he had English reading and English writing, which were Bs, but he didn't pass his maths. So very gutted, so annoyed because his maths was right after we'd had COVID. It was 2 days after his nan got taken to hospital by ambulance. It was there was just so much going on and he was so stressed about it, and it just seems so unfair that because of an exam he can't go to his college that he wants. Especially these days, who needs to do long division on a piece of paper? Everyone's got calculators everywhere, whether it be on your computer or on your mobile phone or just on a calculator. No one does it on paper anymore and in their heads. And one of his questions was, how do you learn, how many tiles would it be to tile this many mirrors? And he went, Mum, I don't even want to tile a mirror. And I was like, I know, I don't understand. So I'm really cheesed off. I'm upset for him, but he's took it well. He's just like taking it in his stride. I said to him, it won't define you. You know, we'll see what happens. Jim, I've been with the missus 21 years to have that experience. Chris, easy life. Happy wife, happy life. That's what they say. Nana says, I read Tosin didn't want us. I really don't want a player that doesn't want to commit to our long-term plans. Yeah, this is the thing. This is the thing, isn't it? He did say no to Spurs, so kind of don't want him to kind of be forced onto us and not want to be here. Yeah, I know, Drew. Like, it's really crap. Real downer it is. But it is what it is. It is what it is. 28 years and only age to say yes, darling, saves a lot of grief. You're so sexist, you men. Tosin equals Lo Celso. Both lack interest unless they start. Interesting. Well, who knows? I just want to get some players in. Don't hear. I was talking to a friend of mine. I was thinking, why have we never gone in for someone like Kelechi Iheanacho from Leicester? His stats are excellent. He's Premier League proven. He's not injury prone. He's only 26. So I Googled it, and apparently Palace have shown an interest. But I think he could really do a job for us. I don't know what you guys think. It was just a name I thought I'd put out there. The maths in the test is bollocks. They never use it in their life. Couldn't agree more. Kate, you're the queen of the chat, and on your stream seat you are sat in your Bridget Jones knickers. You're still very, I don't know what she was going to say there. Just booked my boy's exams for November. Well, yeah, he can't even resit them in time to go to open. He can't even resit them and get the results in time to start college. It's just ridiculous. Do we really know what Tosin has said? That he didn't want to come. He wanted to go to Monaco, and that he's a gooner. Yeah. I'm lucky Kate does not ask for a lot, so getting the house decorated is fine by me. Yeah. And you wanted it done because it did need doing. If we sell Dyer to another club, how stupid are they? 100 million% stupid. Nelson would be a good call. 15 million worth of punt. Nelson, yeah. We talked about him ages ago. But yeah, I thought Kelechi was quite a good call as well. It was weird because I was thinking about it in bed when I couldn't sleep, and I woke up and one of this boy I've known since I was 4.5 from school, primary school, messaged me and asked about, like, why have we never gone in for him? And I was like, do you know what? That's really weird. I was thinking about him last night, so I looked into him. But yeah, I think Kelechi Iheanacho would well do a job for us, and I'd rather have him over Richarlison all day long. I left school, never took an exam at school, but become an industrial electrician for 50 years and was chief electrician at the Formula One Silverstone Grand Prix in 2011. Yeah, I said that to him. I mean, I left school with 11 GCSEs and 4 A-levels, but I've had some good jobs, but it's not defined my life, and it won't. But you're still racy, as they are Thrilly and Lacey. Oh, hello. Not stupid at all, but the teams who buy Dyer are mugs. BT, please click the like button, subscribe to both channels. Yes, please do like and subscribe. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really does help the channel. Oh my god, I can just hear myself. Only, what have I got? 25 likes, 30. Yeah, that's fine. I'll take that. And 2 more subs. So thank you to whoever has subbed to me today. Thank you so much. 69 to go, which, as I said, is a lovely number. But I would like to get it down to 0 to go and smash that 500 target if possible. Maths second time around will be a lot easier. Learn Chinese maths. That's how the numbers experts do it on Countdown. Yeah, I know, but he's missed this academic year. It's so frustrating. I really am really cheesed off about it, you want to know, because he's gone through so much and they don't make allowances. It just annoys the life out of me. You can ask for a remark, Kate. It might be an examiner marked harshly. I did for my daughter. She went from a C to a B. I know you can, but isn't your Bridget Jones knickers you're still racy? Just ask Jim. He likes them to be frilly and lacy. Don't forget, yeah, I know. I'm sure your boy will be okay. Sometimes where you end up was right place. Well, he's doing well. He's already released an album on Spotify, and he has made money from selling his merchandise because he's a musician already. So I am absolutely sure he will be fine. But thank you very much. He is such a clever boy, but his whole life revolves around music. So why he needs to pass his maths to go to music college anyway is just bloody ridiculous, if you ask me. English I can understand because they do have to do essays and stuff. But maths, what's that got to do with anything? I don't know. Anyway, that is... Oh, what have I done? Sup, Leo. I hope we're all good. Oh my god, what am I doing? Kate, lovely photo of your dog. It's so fresh and so clean. Yeah, my beautiful babies. I love them so much. We got a gem in the under-21 Santiago. Yeah, he looks mustard. Done that, Drew. I've already done it, but I got an email back to say that no, I'm afraid, which is very disappointing. So yeah, but we will say I did really want him, but no, they have messaged me back to him. I will show you just as I come on stream. But yeah, I'll like I say, I will show you. But and he has got our FA Cup song to write. Fingers crossed, bless him. Music theory analyzes the pitch, timing, and structure of music. It uses mathematics to study elements of music such as tempo, chord Yeah, music theory, but that's not what he wants to do. He wants to do production, and he can play the piano, but he likes to produce music, doing film scores. He wants to do that sort of thing. But do you know what? Like any industry, I was offered a job. I always wanted to work in the music industry, and I was offered a job through. He knows Ableton Light. He knows it already. He knows it inside out. I was offered a job in a record company twice, but turned it down to finish my A-levels. But what I'm saying is that was because of who I knew, not what I knew. And I think that's the thing with music. You've only got to meet that right person or get that right contact and you're made. So, yeah, if it's meant to happen, it will happen. That's what I said to him. Everything happens for a reason, to take you where you're supposed to be. And Looper Pro and Premiere Pro, he probably knows that. He's got so much software in his room. He's always doing his music. So, but yeah, everything happens for a reason. He will be absolutely fine, I'm sure. Guys, please, if you haven't already, go over to these guys, Southview Quiz. Ashmatic has a Marlon. Such a good channel. These guys know exactly what they're talking about, and they're such good fun and such nice guys. Has from Southview Quiz is on my show tomorrow night at 9. Drula, what I'll do is he doesn't like people knowing because he goes under an alias, so he doesn't like me promoting it, but I'll private message you, darling. And I'll tell you what it is, but you have to keep it to yourself. Big up, Kate. Coover. Sorry to have missed the first hour. Been a busy day. 4-2 Spurs win tomorrow. I'd 24/7 delusional about Ange. Big up, Coover. Coover, another one of my special guests tomorrow night on my Movie Madness show. Exactly, that is my motto. I've got two mottos. What doesn't kill you make you stronger, and this one, what goes around comes around. And they are my mottos in life. What I'll do, Drula, is I will private message you on Twitter. And yeah, and I'll show you. What did you say? My oldest son, my brother, and my kid's dad are music producers. Oh, wicked. Please like, subscribe to both channels. Yeah, you just caught me, Coover. I was just shutting the show down because I haven't even done Jim any dinner yet. Bad wife alert. And yeah, I need to do something to eat because I'm just going to eat sweets otherwise, and that is not good. Considering I've lost half a stone as well since COVID and all this business with acid reflux. I got on the scales today and I've lost another half a stone. So every cloud has a silver lining. Coover's motto: if the milk smells bad 3 times in a row, then don't put it back in the fridge. Yeah, and don't eat yellow snow. That's another good one. Rules to live life by. I really need to crack on as well and get something sorted for tomorrow night. I've invited all these amazing guests. I haven't sorted one thing out except the thumbnail for my show tomorrow. I don't give a shit. You crack on, love. Oh, all right. You're not starving. I am going to have some rice, you know, rice with broccoli and peas, or whatever it is. Yeah, there's the Southview Quiz. Yeah, I need to sort some quizzes out. I got that with COVID. Well, I've always had it, but I've always had a stomach protector, and it stopped it, but it's not working. I'm just getting it all the time. I got to my mum's yesterday to visit her at the hospital, and I was sat down for 2 minutes, and I had to go outside, and I got acid reflux so bad, it sent me into a full-blown panic attack, and we had to leave the hospital. So I saw my mum for 2 minutes. And this is just not right. Do you know what I mean? So they've doubled my dosage of my stomach protectors, and it's still happening. So I've got to have a load of tests done. But I'm wondering perhaps then if it is a side effect of COVID or long COVID, maybe. That's interesting. Nobody has ever suggested that to me, but yeah. I don't like Ian Nacho running at him. No, I think Ian Nacho's a good shout. That's me. Big up Jim. What's Leo said here? I have to sleep sitting most nights to deal with acid. Yeah, I was taking a omeprazole, but they've just moved me onto a new one because I said it ain't working no more. So they put me on another one. I doubled the dose, but I still get it so bad. If your milk smells bad 3 times, check your fridge. Yeah, it's a good tip. Yeah, naproxen, I've tried them for the pain, but they don't do anything for me. But then no painkillers do anything for me. I'm just suffering now. Oh yeah, and Chelsea Luton's on, although I can't see Luton getting anything. We can but hope. Yeah, I don't even know if it's worth having a bet on the Chelsea game, blimey. So yeah, anyway. Chelsea, what's that? It's a side effect of being a Spurs fan. Do you know what my doctor said to me? This is the God's honest truth. He said, "Is it stressful at the minute?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm looking after my mum and I've had to move in." And he was like, "You're probably producing twice as much stomach acid as a normal person." He said it can well be stress related, and my body does not react well to stress. It's like yesterday at the hospital, this anxiety attack I had, which I get anxiety attacks terrible, but I used to get them pretty much every day. So I'm on strong tablets for them, but I do still get them occasionally. But I know that was my body telling me too much is going on. You've got too much stress, because it just reacts in a really negative way. I'm not good with stuff. I'm just not good. I don't know how Jim puts up with me. You want to know the truth? Because my body should be at the knackers yard, I think. Yes, Ellie. Be like Ellie and smash a like and subscribe. My acid problems stem from great spicy and greasy foods. Yeah, I've been so careful what I've eaten. Oh, it's just awful. I had acid problems a few times too. Last time I was 3 days of work before I was a horse. Acid, big fish, little fish cardboard box. That's just absolutely creeped me. Yes, Ellie, I agree. 3-1. I get stomach problems due to stress. It's mad, isn't it? Bobby K, my G. No, Kate, you're lovely, darling. I'm ready for the knackers yard. My nephew Drula's brother is Hanzo Razor. Reza? Is he famous? I'm not good with rappers. I'm old now. I know old rappers like Eminem, but Hanzo Reza. I don't know who that is. Musical artist. I'll have a listen. I've added him to my Spotify, so I'll have a listen later. I like a bit of Stormzy when I'm doing the housework. Not famous, he's underground. Oh, okay. Sound of the underground. Right, look, I've got to go because I know I've got to go because I'm waffling and singing and being crazy. Thanks for joining me for this impromptu stream. It will go back to normal eventually, my 1 till 2s, once I'm moved and it's all back to normal. At the minute, it's just a frigging nightmare to try and get everything done in a day. I had the dentist this morning, then we had to go to the house, then we had to go to the next town, then we had to come back to the house to meet someone who had to measure up the blinds and order the blinds. Then we came back here and I jumped on with Ben. I haven't got time to breathe at the minute. It's just mental, but it will definitely calm down when we've moved back. So I don't mind spicy food, but it goes through me like a pulse. The next day, my arse is like a blood orange. That's a lovely thought, Adrian. Thank you. My doctor told me one of the best things for acid reflux, just so you know, is watermelon. So I have been eating watermelon and it definitely helps. So love to UK and all in the chat. Good luck with the move. Stay blessed, Community Spurs. Yeah, don't forget tomorrow night, guys, 9 p.m. movie, Saturday night at the movies. Me, Kuva, Bobby K, Ben Kaufman, and Haz from Southview Coys. Just going to be a bit of a laugh, chatting about our movies. No doubt Bobby will be explaining his favourite movies are probably different porn movies, but you know. Oh my God, Kuva, the stress is real. The stress is real. I can't chill. I wish I could, my love. I can't. My daughter Anne says you're very funny. Funny in the head. And see, my hair still took a life of its own. I said to Jim, this is how I know I'm not right, because my hair's gone disgusting. It's gone like straw, and I'm fanatical about my hair and the treatments I use. It's just, everything's just a bit, I might do a Britney and have a meltdown and shave it all off. Diazepam, meveline and peppermint help with stress. Yeah, I've got diazepam and I've got peppermint. I can't take the capsules anymore because they start my acid off, funnily enough. But I've got peppermint tea, so I might try and do that. I'd love you to put pink in it. I've done it before. I think I might. I'm getting a bit bored. I've got a blonde dye because obviously I've had my hair every colour of the rainbow, from black to pink to red to all sorts of colours. And I just let it go back to being natural. This is the natural colour. But it needs a colour in it, and I bought a silver toner, but I think I might actually put some pink in it because I liked it pink. It was a bit funky. I don't appreciate that comment, Kate. I'm very knowledgeable regarding the classics. Go ahead, ask me anything about Deep Throat. Yeah, tried it. Didn't work. Got some real strong stuff as well. Some grade A top shelf stuff help with stress. Well, that's what Bobby says. His name is not Bobby K anymore. It's Bobby Kleenex. We've decided. Anyway, that's enough of me waffling on and moaning about my life. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching, for liking, for subscribing, and for just being fabulous. Like my own chat of comedians and agony arts. I just love you all and appreciate you all so much. Even if you're watching it on replay, you are amazing. Sorry, Royale. Yeah, your tissues are made by Royale, not Kleenex. Join us tomorrow. As I said, if you're fed up with the football, if we win, we probably will cover it for 10 minutes, but it is a show all about movies. So please join us tomorrow at 9. It should be a giggle. Enjoy the match, 12:30. There's watch alongs all over the internet tomorrow. So tried it, didn't work. Was not a great bit of timing after Bobby K's Deep Throat comment, by the way, just saying. Oh my god, Coover, that's hilarious. Comedy timing, say you couldn't make it up. Yeah, enjoy the game. 12:30 kickoff. Let's hope Mads is fine if he starts him. Let's hope we get a good, comfortable win against Bournemouth, and the positivity around Ange and Tottenham continues. And let's hope we bloody well bring in some players before deadline day. Oh, I just really need to burp. Yeah, Leo, come watch us tomorrow night. It's 9 p.m. Who did I say I've got on? Has, Bobby, Ben, and Cooves. Yeah, what a guest list. Jesus. If Colesberg did guest list, that is just frigging incredible. So yeah, it will be a proper laugh, which is what we all need. Win or lose, and win or lose, gonna enjoy the season, and win or lose, we'll have a nice time tomorrow night anyway with this lot. It'll be fun. So thanks again for watching. Thanks again for subscribing and for your patience with my completely irrational wafflings and my completely non-existent timetable at the minute that just is gone out the window. I do appreciate you all. Stay blessed and don't stress. Kind of going Jacob's way there. I'm going to try and do the same. But until tomorrow, have a fabulous Friday night, people. Don't forget to go over and subscribe to Ash's channel. He was here for the first half hour, if you didn't see him, giving his view on the game tomorrow. Absolute class. Yeah, stay fresh, stay blessed. And as always, I can't do that. That should be trademarked, Jacob. I can't do that to you. And I can't do it anyway because I sound like a right Wally brain. But yeah, anyway, just have the best night. Speak to you tomorrow, Cooves. Big up, Jacob. I'll try and look out for your show tonight, although I don't want to get abused or shouted at. You know what I'm saying. But have a brilliant night, everyone. Enjoy the game tomorrow. And as always, in Big Ange we trust. And where is my thing I'm looking for? Why am I so disorganised? I found it. Big Ange we trust. Come on, you Spurs. Let's smash Bournemouth.